Members of the House of Commons and Lords have come under fire for skipping the line to pay their tribute to the Queen. GB News guest and comedian Josh Howie took at a swipe at MPs for that very un-British practice. He added that queue jumpers are despised by Britons. When asked if the British practice of queuing still goes on, GB News guest Josh Howie said, "Well, it does go on. Except for MPs who are doing some queue jumping. I mean, that is very un-British." Josh Howie slashed MPs for skipping the queue. Image, Getty Twitter/@news. Josh Howie said it was very un-British of MPs to skip the queue. Image, Twitter/@news, reminding GB News viewers of the rule. Mr. Howie said, "That's still excluding a lot of other staff members, some people who have been saying, like, I've worked here for 30 years and they can't get to the front. But cleaners and cooks are able to skip the queue, but we, British, do not like queue jumpers." And suddenly, when you see people like David Beckham pointing at her fellow comedian, Sajila Kershi, on the set of GB News, Mr. Howie said, "We just talked about a friend of ours, Shazi Mirza, who was queuing last night." Read more. Support for Scottish independence drops following Queen's death. Sajila Kershi said she is going to queue to pay her respects to the Queen. Image, Twitter/@news. Sajila Kershi and Josh Howie discussed the MP's right to jump the queue. Image, Twitter/@news. Sajila is going down, Mr. Howie added. Ms. Kershi jumped in, saying, "I'm going after the show. And so, if Terry's any MP watching and you've got +4, can me and my friend go?" Mr. Howie said, "That's the point, don't use the +4. Don't make Elizabeth Day a salute to greatness." Express comment, Queen's Vigil, Royals opt for headbands over hats for key reason. Explainer Sophie Wessex in tears watching brave Louise and James stand vigil. Report, Theresa May was among the MPs who jumped the queue. Image, Twitter/@Sky News. Trending, the MP's right to skip the line has sparked controversy. MPs and peers do not have to queue and can take 4 guests each to Queen's the lying in state, while people working for MPs must stand in line. The rule prompted MPs' staff to claim they are being prompted as second-class citizens. Among the MPs spotted skipping the line are Jacob Rees-Mogg, Angela Rayner, and Theresa May. Sunday is the last full day royal mourners can queue to pay their respects to the Queen before Monday's funeral. Read next. Funeral procession route map, where to stand to pay respects to Queen. Female royals to don specific jewelry item for Queen's funeral. Holly and Philip face calls to be sacked after skipping queue. BC breakfast fans slam Charlie states Queen coverage. Talk TV host cuts collar off in clash over anti-monarchy protest.